What's up, guys? My name's Lucas, and this is the Big Mad Podcast. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Connor Allwood, at the Anderson Art Center located in South Carolina for helping fund this podcast. If you're interested in funding the arts, specifically ceramic arts, visit andersonarts.org for more information. So, starting my episode a little bit later than I'd normally prefer. I'm not the type of person to take naps. While I do like sleeping, I like my time in my day more. So I leave sleeping to nighttime, and I just don't take naps. I just try not to. I don't want to say it's not a waste of time, but I just value my time in my day more, and I want to get more productivity out of my day. Just personal opinion. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I broke down today and I took a nap. I was sitting on my computer, and I knew I had to record this tonight. And right after I get off of work, sometimes I'll get on my phone and scroll through Facebook. And today I was just, like my head dropped. I was like falling asleep sitting in my chair. And there was a moment where I dropped my head and I dropped my phone too. And I think I was full blown going to fall asleep sitting up. But the motion of dropping my phone jolted me back awake. And so I decided I'm going to take a nap. I've been staying up late the last couple nights. I haven't been getting the sleep I normally do. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Just going to take a nap. And I've read that 20 minutes is an optimal time. I think. I could be wrong on that. So I was like, I'll just set 20, 30-minute alarm so I, don't sleep my whole day away because I don't like doing that. And went to bed, laid down at 4, and woke up at 9:30. Oops. So that kind of sucked, but I woke up and I'm energized, and I wasn't originally going to record this, but you know what? Moving around, I did some chores, I'm feeling it. I was like, I got my energy back. I think that nap was just what I needed. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to record. I said I was going to have my episodes out on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm going to stick with that. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to the podcast. That's just how we do it here at Big Mad. We're dedicated. In this for the long haul. I said that in my first episode, and I meant it. So here we are. So this is my episode number 6. Pretty excited to make it that far. I didn't even think I was going to continue doing this, honestly. So that's exciting. This podcast has also inspired me to literally build a studio. Guys, I'm building a studio. I'm putting together. I know I avoided using the word building in my last episode. So, but yeah. Okay, so I'll take back what I said. I am actually building it. So I'm not an engineer or anything, but I have this grid paper and I'm actually drawing out measurements and I'm feeling like a full-blown engineer here, guys. I'm an engineer. I'm drawing schematics. I'm drawing blueprints because of this podcast. Isn't that dope? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I got 6 episodes of podcast and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So we'll make it work. So that's exciting stuff. Got to do some painting in the room first to get that done. Got to clean it up. So I'm putting in some work. And this is all in my free time. I ain't getting paid. You think I'm getting paid to do this? You think I'm getting paid to do this? No. There's no money. I'm authentic. This is the real me. Saying what I want. No script. We're just here to fucking vent and to have a good time. And maybe find some answers to some curious sociology questions. So that's pretty exciting for me right now. Having the opportunity to use this podcast and building up some ideas in the process, and got some things coming for you guys. I'm still going to keep dropping hints. Don't have any concrete announcement, but some big things coming. So I had another point and I'm forgetting it. Man, I'm a terrible host. This sucks. Okay. So maybe it'll come back to me. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get with our question. I might have to do my first cropping because I'm drawing a blank. I've never cropped an episode before. I've never had to cut out things I say because normally I have my thoughts clear. But hey, you know what? This is why I don't have a script. I told you this is the real me. This is authentic. I'm going to sit here and get confused. I'm going to go, sometimes. Only sometimes. I'll try not to do it a lot, but sometimes it'll happen. So, today's question, I feel like I make the same sound every time. Every time I do this, I make the same sound, and I just now caught myself doing it. I'll start to say something, I'll cut myself off, and then I'll sigh. I'm fucking weird. Isn't it crazy how we are just so, as humans, we're so, like, conditioned to do the same shit? We have our same mannerisms, and we speak the same, and that can, like, spread to someone else, and they'll do the same shit. They'll pick up your mannerisms, and then that could spread across the world, and some weird quirk that you did could be a quirk someone else got across the country, and they got it from you because your personality spread that far. Like, isn't it crazy to think that that's possible? Unlikely, but possible. So you never know. Anyway, I'm coming back now. All right, back on the topic. Here's today's question. Why the fuck do people copy and paste clicky bait bodies of text on Facebook and post it as their status? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's been so many different scenarios where this has happened, where it's like, I, so-and-so, do not give permission of Facebook to use my pictures and my information and blah, blah, blah. It's like, do you think this post you're making is, like, legally binding? Like, that's actually going to work? I don't... And then at the end, it's always like, copy and paste, do not share. It's like, I'm trying to think of the motive, because usually in things, people have an ulterior motive. There's another layer to it. So, like, when someone makes a post, they want the shares because it benefits them, not for the information they're giving, but for the likes and the attention it brings to their page. But when it says to copy and paste, it's like the ultimate troll, I feel like. The only gain that the person gets is they'll see that post go rampant and rampantly viral, and that person can be like, haha, I made that, and those gullible fucks just copied and pasted my text that I wrote up that means literally nothing. I want to find an example, and I'm trying to search on my phone right now. I'm going to find an example of things, of what I'm talking about, because I want to read it, how eloquently they write it. It's just so funny that they think this would, like, hold up in a court of law because you type something out on a social media platform. Like, how are you that gullible? How are you that gullible? What's your thought process going into that? That's what I want to know. You see that and you're like, oh my God, that's so true. Oh, and it said it was on the Channel 6 News? Well, it must be true. It has to be, because it was on the news channel, even though I don't recognize the Channel 6 News, because that sounds like a local channel, and I don't know where this post came from, so I don't know if it's local or what city it's from, but I gotta share it because it was on the news! Why? What the fuck? It was on the Channel 6 News, so you must share this! But there's no other context than that. It just says, this was on the news. And all these people are like, oh my God, yes, I gotta share it. It was on the news, so it has to be true. And that's a deeper issue with our society, is fucking falling for the news. I mean, that is shitty. Oh, okay, found it. All right, and I quote, an attorney advised us to post this. The violation of privacy can be punished by law. Note, Facebook is now a public entity. All members must post a note like this. If you do not publish a statement at least once, it will tactically understood that you are allowing the use of your photos, as well as the information contained in your profile status updates. All caps. I hereby state that I do not give my permission. Copy and repost. End quote. What the fuck? You think because you copied and pasted some text and posted on your social media that relinquishes you and your liability in the court of law and the use of your pictures? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you dumb? Yeah, actually, yeah, you are. That's the answer. You're dumb. If you copy and paste that shit, you're dumb. How do you not know how shit works? I'm not even a fucking lawyer, and I know how that shit works. You don't even have to know the law. You don't have to. I bet a third grader knows that that's not legally binding. I bet a third grader knows that. So fucking 70-year-old Bertha thinks she's getting herself out of the Facebook using her photos because it's a public entity now. They're using your shit. They're data mining you just so you fucking know. They know all about you. What do you think when you see an ad on Facebook and it's something that you searched for a week ago on your phone, or it's something you even said out loud? Your shit's listening to you. And that's not a huge concern to me, because the worst case is you just get tailored ads to you. I mean, it could be used maliciously. That's a very scary tool that Facebook has. But if you think that post, it's not. That means nothing. That's garbage to me. It's fucking garbage. You might as well just posted a status that said penis cock, because that means the same. That has the same weight as your little, an attorney told me to post this. An attorney told me to post this so I can do it. Oh, nah. That don't fucking matter. Facebook's got your shit. If you have a Facebook, they got your shit. And if you're dumb enough to post that shit, you're probably putting your social security number in your account somewhere, and they've got that too. If you're dumb enough to do that, your identity's gonna be stolen. Just that's what's gonna happen. Because you don't know how shit works. And you're gullible as fuck. So figure it out. Again, I need someone to help me get in the minds of these people. God, I want to find another one. These things, ultimate facepalm. If there was a block of cinder blocks, a stack of cinder blocks in front of me, I would do my best to put my forehead through all of them when I read those. That's how I feel. If I see you post those status, I wonder how you're alive. Like, how did you make it to 40? How'd you make it on this earth for 40 years? If you think that shit works. Like, your lucky breathing is involuntary, I swear. Like, how do you do your taxes? Like, how do you make claims on your W-2s or on your any of that shit? How do you fucking drive a car? But I guess with the shit I see on the road, it all makes sense now. When I see someone pull up to a red light and they're going to turn right, and there's no cars coming from your left, but they stop there for 3 seconds and don't know if they can go. And then they're like, oh, I guess I can go. And then, so they turn right, but by the time you get up behind them, another car is coming, so they made it out on the right turn, and then you got stuck behind a line of cars. That shit pisses me off to no end. And so when that happens, I'm like, oh, you share those attorney told me to post this shit, copy and paste on Facebook. If you do that on the roadway, you share those shitty Facebook posts and you copy and paste them. That's you. You're dumb. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, okay, they're dumb. They're fucking idiots. IQ of 90 or less. Plain and simple. And it's like, if you do shit like that, aren't you worried that, like, don't you think about what people think about you? Like, people judge your social media page, especially Facebook, and the shit you post. Like, I know people that post on Facebook and then I'll see them in person and they're like, it's like two different people. So when I see you post this shit, I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like, I don't like you, even if we haven't met yet. I don't, like, dislike you strongly, but it's like, I know you're dumb. I'll be civil and be nice and respectful until proven otherwise, but I still, in the back of my mind, I know that you're stupid. Here's another one. Okay, so I found another one. This one's kind of long. Oh, and I love this one because people think they got it figured out. People think they have it figured out, like they can beat the system. They think they can beat Facebook. Oh, man. You think you can beat Facebook, Donna? Donna from Missouri? You think you know how to beat Facebook and their algorithm? You piece of shit. Quote, "Thank you for telling me how to do the bypass. This is good to know. It's ridiculous to have over 400 friends and only some are allowed to see my post. Thanks. I ignored this post earlier, but it works. I have a whole new feed. I'm seeing posts from people I haven't seen in years. Here's how to bypass the system Facebook, abbreviated FB, now has in place that limits posts on your news feed. Their new algorithm chooses the same few people, about 25, who will read your posts. Therefore, hold your finger down anywhere in this post and copy will pop up. Click copy, then go to your page, start a new post, and put your finger anywhere in the blank field. Paste will pop up and click paste. This will bypass the system." Oh my God! Oh! You got it all figured out, don't you? You know exactly how to beat the algorithm. God forbid the $1 trillion company Facebook is, and their massive amounts of resources, and their massive amounts of internet engineers, and the geniuses that work there. Donna from Missouri's got it beat. Donna knows how to beat the system, guys. She's got it all figured out. All you gotta do is copy this body of text, and then when the paste button pops up, click paste. It's that simple, guys. And you now hacked Facebook. You can hack Facebook because I just taught you how to do it. Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank fuck for Donna. Where would we be without you? My data would be getting stolen. All this shit would be breached. All my pictures would be used. But nope. Thanks to this copy and pasted post I made, I am free of all liabilities. I'm free to post what I want and they can't use it. Fuck off. You fucking idiots. So I want them to describe to me how they think posting a status is going to change the algorithm. Like the Facebook, like it's going to recognize the text. Fuck off, dude. I don't even know. I'm so caught up with this. I'm in awe at how stupid that is. I almost don't have the words to like express how I feel about that because I'm so flabbergasted. Excuse me. And keep in mind, the name I chose is random and the place I chose is random. I'm not trying to put anyone on blast here. I'm not trying to be personal, but people do share that. Like, I'm finding this from a real spot. But the person that also copy and paste those posts shares memes with minions on them that say, "Happy Monday!" Or pictures of a camel and it says, "It's hump day! Mike, 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 Mike!" Does anyone know that's not funny? And it wasn't funny when it was a commercial in 2014? Like however many years ago that was? And minions aren't funny? If you guys and my listeners don't know this, there's what's called a normie. And it's so hilarious to me that this exists. But there's what's called a pH scale for meme content. And if you don't know this, I'd highly recommend you look up the pH scale for meme content. It's on Reddit. And I mean, minion memes is the most normal you can get, but it's just so funny seeing those people like, you copy and paste that shit, you share minion memes. That's what you do. And then you share like stupid, just the content is ass. Just pure ass. And it blows my mind really that this content gets viral. It's stupid. It's just so weird. I would never share anything like that. Here's one. It's a picture from Snoopy. "Good morning. Happy last day of winter. Tomorrow is spring." Oh, better share it. Gotta share that so my friends know tomorrow's spring. 'Cause they care. How does this shit go viral? Oh, people love. Also, I'm going through it, so that's why I'm kind of jumping around. People love recipes. Oh, people share the fuck out of recipes. I didn't even know. Okay, I said the camel hump day thing just out of the top of my head, but I literally just found one. Man, this world, people are so predictable. It's hilarious. Okay, here's one. It's a squirrel with it's like it's not really a cartoon, but it's kind of cartoony looking. And it's a squirrel smiling, and its teeth have been photoshopped out and removed and replaced with pieces of corn. And there's a couple gaps too. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at right now. It's just weird, okay? Whatever. And then it's perched up onto a corn on the cob with one bite taken out of it. So I guess it was eating the corn. But why are the teeth... Like, I'm not saying, like, there's corn on the teeth. Like, their teeth is corn. The teeth have been removed and replaced by corn. That doesn't happen when you eat corn. Your mouth doesn't turn yellow and your teeth turn into pieces of corn. That's not what happens. But whatever. I even if you're trying to be cute, I know it's not realistic and it's understood that it's not realistic in the context of this meme, but it's just not, it doesn't make sense and it's not cute. But so that's the picture, and real big at the top it says, "Smile! We're halfway to Friday!" And this was after the camel post already. So we've got two hump day posts back to back. What the fuck is wrong with people? And then you like, there's those people that just share endless amounts of shit. And it gets like no interactions. Like no one likes it, no one comments. Here and there they do maybe. And I guess that depends on your friends list too, but like what does that person posting that gain out of this? If they post that picture, what do they gain? Because there's got to be an ulterior motive to everything. There's got to be a reason you're doing things. So when you share that, I want to know what they think's going to happen. Or do they just share it and it's out of sight, out of mind after that? Is that what it is? See, I don't think that way. I have a purpose with the things I do, always, because that's what you do, I think. And that's what I do. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm the odd one out. Who am I? I'm some dude sitting here barking at a mic, screaming in my room. I'm sure my neighbors can fucking hear me scream and they probably think I'm getting murdered in here. But I don't give a fuck. So, I just don't understand how people do it. Lost for words. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know. So we had our 2 Wednesday ones. So we've got one that must have been posted on a Thursday. So the next day, 2 minions at the bottom. The tall skinny one and the short fat one. I don't know Minions, so if that's all there is, you fucking roast me if you want. I don't watch that shit. It says, "Dude, tomorrow is Friday." Oh! Thanks for the content! Needed to see that! That just made my day, knowing that tomorrow's Friday. How basic and normie and cliche is it to be excited about Friday? I mean, it's one of those things, like, I for sure am excited about Friday because in my job, I have weekends off, and that's the general schedule for most people. I know it's not for everyone. So that meme appeals to the mass. I get it. And I relate to it. But I just, yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I know what day of the week it is. I don't need minions to tell me what day of the week it is. So suck my cock, you fucking despicable me minions. I'm looking at a couple others. I know, ooh, we're getting high up on time. I didn't realize, we're 24 and a half minutes. I hope y'all are enjoying this, because I went off on this one. Got me excited. Oh, also, the same people, the group of people I'm talking about that share these despicable me memes, play the lottery. They all fucking love playing the lottery. And they never win, but they fucking love it. Every day they fucking play. So predictable. So cliche. Just get a personality. It's not hard. I need to stop. I could honestly go on this forever because I'm scrolling through it and there's just too much to say. It's just too easy. What's this one? I mean, I understand these things, but they're not unique and they're not funny to me. Here's one. It's got two monkeys, one with its tongue out, and it says, "A best friend knows how crazy you are and is still willing to be seen in public with you." Okay. Okay. Thanks. I don't know. I guess humor is subjective and it can't be criticized because what one person thinks is funny isn't going to be funny to the next person. So who am I to complain, I guess? But I just don't see it, and I can't fathom that people do. But apparently people do, so I guess I just got to accept it. I don't know. I gotta cut myself off here. There's way too much. Way too much. It's fun though. We had a good time, right? You guys had a good time with me. I always try to bring the heat if I can. But fuck, I feel like most of my episodes are about social media. Like, I'm such a fucking grouch, I feel like. Everyone that listens to this probably thinks I'm a fucking big old bitch. Hey, but you know what you're getting yourself into. It's called the Big Mad Podcast, and I told you from the beginning, I'm pissed off all the time. And I'm a crazy lunatic, and I talk to myself. So, at this point, if you're surprised, I don't know why. Take a fucking hike. If you can't get with me, I'm sorry about you. I mean, I'd love for you to stick with me, but if you can't, sorry. Anyway, we'll wrap it up. We'll call it quits for the day. I had my nap today, so I'm fully energized, so I really busted through a longer episode. Alright. Well, again, I speak in hyperbole. Please remember. Don't take me too seriously. Don't fucking start tweeting me and saying how much of an asshole I am. Just fucking understand the humor in this and understand the context. So, we had fun. It's all for fun, and this is a good time, and it's a good place to vent for me, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to me. So, anyway, thank you again for listening. I do appreciate anybody that listens. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm not trying to say it like it's a cliche cookie cutter thing for a podcaster to say, but I really do appreciate it, especially if you got this far into the episode, because this is a long one. I don't normally like to talk this long. I mean, I can talk forever, but I'm trying to keep in mind of what my listeners want too. And while I know I could talk forever, I don't want them to be bored with me. I don't want you guys to get bored with me. So anyway, thanks again for listening. My name's Lucas, and this is the Big Mad Podcast, and I'll catch you next time.